channel. Today we'll be doing the end of month flip for September in my Louis Vuitton large ring or GM agenda. I am going to make changes yet again for this planner. I've been using it a little less since I moved into my A6 mode term, and so we'll cover that in this video. But this is still my desk agenda. I still always have it open on my desk. It's just I'm going to narrow it down to 2 inserts in here instead of 3. So, which we probably saw coming. But let's go ahead and jump right in. Before I forget, I'll have everything linked below that I can link, as well as discount codes. And yeah, I have the September Attentions Planner card over here from the Infinite Lotus sub box, some stickers from your everyday planner, and then some additional stickers that I use for like my hourly and just to highlight events and appointments. I always get asked what's inside of my pockets, and I always forget to add that part during the flip. So wanted to start with that, primarily because it's just stickers and I always forget about it. And then I always try and focus like what's on the rings. So that is what's in the pockets, and then nothing in the back pocket. Typically there's icons here, but again, I'm making a switch, so I don't need any in this planner right now. On the rings, we have this vellum from the planner spot. This is probably like from 2, maybe 3 years ago, if I had to guess. And I just added it because it's already starting to feel like fall in Washington, and I love this vellum so much, and I think it layers really cute with the cloth and paper Kobe Bryant dashboard. And then after that, we go into my tabs. And so in my tabs, we have my schedule, we have like a note/task section, and then we have my academic section. And so this will probably be the last video. Oh, I didn't even think of that. This video will probably see a lot of changes because I'm going into my final defense at the end of this month. So when this video is probably going up, I'll probably already be in my defense or have had it, and I'm gonna have to remove my academic section because I'll be done, which is honestly crazy to think. I didn't even think of like the planner part of it. So this might be the last, this will definitely be the last view of how this is set up, and we'll get into a reset up later. So I think for the October setup, you'll see this completely changed since I'll be removing that section. But yeah, as of right now, let's go ahead and start with the first tab. So this is again the schedule section. I have these top tabs from Infinite Lotus. These are the yearly, monthly, weekly, and daily. Under the yearly, this hasn't changed. So I have this planner belongs to, holidays and observances. All of these came in the set with the weekly task inserts from cloth and paper. I have this vellum from Infinite Lotus, and then these are the, I forgot what they're called, the calendar yearly overview inserts. And so it's just by category, and I've been filling them out little by little of things that are going on each month. This will be a lot more fun during the new year or preparing for the new year, so that way if there's anything that I anticipate happening, I can add different like sticky notes and notes in here. But lately I don't think I've really needed anything other than like vehicle and like pet documentation in here. So we have that, and then we go into the monthly inserts. So these dashboards are again from Infinite Lotus. So these were in the sub box, but they're both, I believe, on the website. And then we go into a monthly overview from ROSIE PAPETERIE. So we have a month on one page, front and back. And so this is where I just have a high level overview of what is going on. I have important dates and then things that need to get done throughout the month. And then here is the rest of the year. And so as things pop up, I'll add a sticker for them. After that, we go into my weekly insert. So this is the part that will actually be removed. So I have an inbox vellum so that I can put any sticky notes here. This is the most beautiful fall dashboard I have ever seen, and this is from the Infinite Lotus sub box from the most recent one for September. And you guys, I'm just in love with it. I'm gonna keep this in here for as long as I can. And then we go into the weekly overviews. So these are the weekly plan inserts again from that Infinite Lotus sub box. I'm in love with the sub box. It is probably my favorite planner sub box I've ever had because everything's so functional. It's everything that I need, and that's just how it is with Infinite Lotus and why I love them so much, and why it's like the main insert that I primarily use, or like planner brand. I feel like it goes Infinite Lotus, ROSIE PAPETERIE, cloth and paper, and I love them all, but like Infinite Lotus has just always been my favorite for this reason. And it's also just more me, if that makes sense, and then I get things so structured that it's really nice. So anyways, these week on one page inserts, these are undated, but I've been using them every week. And so here's where, and you'll see that I left a sticky note for a note. Also, I love that sticky notes fit in this design. So this is a newer week on one page where the weeks or the days are slightly wider. And as you can see in an A5, it fits a sticky note here, which is actually really nice. However, I did move some weekly inserts into my A6, and I have been leaning towards using my A6. So I actually am taking out these inserts, and I'll be using my A6 for my weekly overviews, and that'll leave my hourly and my weekly tasks, which we'll go over. So that is what we currently have, and I preset them up for the rest of the month. I'll keep them in here, like I said, for the month because I already set it up, but ultimately, as y'all can see, I like went from using it, and then I moved into my A6, like move weekly inserts into my A6, and then you can see I just stopped using it. And that's fine. That means for me, I just need to remove them and use what I'm using that's working. So we'll remove those in my setup video after that. And this is the last tab in this section. We have the hourly, so this will move up. But I love these. These are my favorite hourly inserts. These are from ROSIE Papeterie. I ordered these for 2026 as well. If you haven't seen that video yet, I have my first full 2026 planner haul from ROSIE Papeterie, and I'm going to be placing another because I want her horizontal inserts for my A6. I just love the new designs that she has for this upcoming year. And then, like I said, these have always been some of my favorites. So this is the week that I'm currently filming, and then we have the rest of the month kind of pre-set up. I don't add too much going in to the week. That just hasn't changed. It's usually on Monday I'll come in and I'll add in anything just because meetings move for work, things pop up, etc. So we have that, and then that is everything in the first tab. And then the second tab is my weekly tasks. So we have these inserts from Cloth and Paper. These are actually 2026 inserts, which is why I have these pin stickers from Cloth and Paper here to cover up the dates. But I really wanted to use them right away, and honestly, these have been amazing. They pair really well, I feel like, with my hourly, because I have my hourly view, but then I have my tactical planning in here, and that's typically what I call this, is my tactical planner. This is not the current week we are filming. This is the current week we're filming, so currently it's Monday, got some time, but I come in every day, write in everything that I need to do. So for example, film, edit, I need to send an email today. Actually, I already did that, but we'll check that off. And so I'll just do whatever needs to be done that day, or like I just added in something for tomorrow. That's because I know for sure I have to drop off something at UPS. It's the last day. So we have that, and then I just have the rest of the month in here. So that is this section. And then the last section, as I mentioned, is the academic section. And we'll do one final flip because this might be the last view of it. So we have this DBA vellum. This is a custom vellum from Infinite Lotus that I got at the beginning of my program. This is a dashboard that came with the weekly task inserts from Cloth and Paper that I love. This is my project insert that I'm using right now for my final defense prep. And then I have notes. I also have something similar to this in my A6 that I've actually been using more. And then this is the feedback from my committee that I spent about 2 months working on to finalize my dissertation to prepare it for defense. So I printed that out on my A5, put it in here, and then I just have general notes from when I was working on those edits. And then these note inserts have been amazing, by the way, from Infinite Lotus. I love them so much because it's 4 sections and I can write in and like organize my thoughts in a way, but I have grid, so I can like, as y'all can see, I've used it so many different ways in these views, and it's just kind of like hard to explain, I feel like, today. But like I can write in all of my lists, take notes, do whatever I want, and I just love how they're structured, but they're functional, and you can use them so many different ways. So I've been loving these, and that's why I have them paired with like all of these project inserts, because they work so well with it. And then here's for the dissertation study, notes during my study. And then this is the chapter. So when I was writing my dissertation, all of the notes that I needed to ensure to include. This was the 4th or the 5th chapter. So all of these were the last 2 chapters that I was working on. I have this divider from Infinite Lotus. This is the proposal section. So after my proposal defense, this was everything that I needed to do. And so I have this to divide it out by the dissertation study in the final 2 chapters, because it's technically like 2 different sections. So proposal defense, final defense, and that's how this is divided. And then the proposal defense was chapters 1 through 3. So I have like my overview, my notes, and then I have what needs to be done in the 2 chapters. Again, just general notes. These are the column lists. This is what I've been using in my A6. So something similar, but it's just a check sheet. I also just use this as notes. And then chapter 3, and then I have general notes just for anything back here. So that is the academic section, probably the last look of it. And other than that, that is the A5 planner flip and how it is currently set up. Again, there will be changes in the new month because I just realized like I won't need the academic section anymore. And yeah, other than that, that is going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching.